Okay. Hello, everybody on YouTube. We are live on Instagram and TikTok, and we're about to get into my Music and Me scholarship, which closed March 4th. So last month, since it's April 2nd today. I had quite a bit of time to review the scholarships submissions. Thank you first and foremost to everybody who submitted an application. Shout out to y'all. Your support is unreal. I really appreciate everybody continuing to show up and support my content, but then also apply to win some money. Who doesn't want to win some money, especially to pay for school? I do want to be fully transparent, and I know that a lot of people were expecting the scholarship winner to be announced March 31st. Yeah, that didn't end up happening because I was going through midterms. I had things to go on with my job, just a whole bunch of research stuff, and school was really picking up. So it was hard for me to dedicate the time that I wanted to your scholarship essays because it deserves so much attention, especially since there were amazing applications. Now, quite a few people have been asking how many submissions were there. Y'all drop it in the chat how many submissions you think there were to my second scholarship, which is my Music and Me scholarship. And I'll give you a tip, and it will help you if you've been an OG follower. My Music and Me scholarship got less applications than my first scholarship, which was my Failure Doesn't Define Me scholarship. So that should give you a little bit of a tip. Okay. Somebody said 5. We got 5,000 on Instagram. 400, 500, 2,000, 250. Okay, we got answers kind of all over the place. 256 on YouTube. Somebody said 2,000. Okay, should I put y'all out of your misery right now? I think I'm gonna do it. Okay, so let's go back to the page. Can y'all still see me on YouTube? I hope you can. Ciao. Ciao. Okay. So for my Music and Me scholarship, we had 1,473 applications. Okay. Can we just let that marinate for a second? 1,473 applications. Thank you so much to everybody. I really appreciated hearing all of your thoughts. I listened to the songs that you recommended while reading your essays. So that was a surreal experience. And some of you, I should make a playlist out of the songs that were recommended to me through the scholarship essays because y'all have some great taste, okay? And I know that 1,000 scholarship applications kind of sounds like a lot, but I promise you, I've applied to scholarships that have received over 100,000 applications. 1,000 to 2,000 applicants is really a good, sweet range. So thank you for being here. Thank you for applying. I really appreciate it. Okay. So yes, a playlist. Okay. Can people give me a thumbs up in the comment section if I should do the playlist? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely biased, but I feel like it would bang. So if y'all would actually listen to it, I'll be sure to drop the link in my bio and get that popping. Okay, y'all, I haven't been reading the comments, but moving on to the next part. Okay. So yes, I was supposed to reveal the winner a lot earlier than I did, which is now, but life happens. Sometimes we get unsuspected amounts of work, and sometimes we need to take a mental health break, which is what I did. But I'm back now and super duper excited to tell you about who won. So I narrowed it down to 11 finalists. And if you go on the bold.org website, you can see who I chose to be the finalists. Now, when I tell y'all, there were so many amazing applications. I want each and every person who took the time out of their day to apply to my scholarship to give themselves a pat on the back right now. Just because you don't win the scholarship does not mean that I wasn't thinking about your scholarship to choose to make it the winner. That does not mean that it's not deserving of money. It's not deserving of a scholarship, don't ever think that just because you don't win something doesn't mean that you don't deserve that opportunity. Sometimes it's just a matter of fit. It's just a matter of things that are beyond your control. And I just wanted to put some of those things on your radar. So as I was saying, there was a lot of essays that I really favored, at least a good 20 to 30 that I genuinely wanted to win. So, how did I break that down? I always tell y'all that it's important about the way that you present yourself to these scholarship organizations, right? When you're submitting your scholarship essay, you're not just submitting that, you're also submitting a profile about yourself. Usually you have a recommendation, or you have some other things that talk more about your extracurricular experiences, your leadership experience, and just other aspects of your academic profile, such as your GPA and test scores. In order to figure out who I wanted to actually win my scholarship, I had to look at people's profile. And that is what sadly eliminated quite a lot of people. So this is a top secret tip that only the people in my live on YouTube at GSC Royalty, on Instagram at Grown with Gabby, and on TikTok at Grown with Gabby. This is free game that only y'all are gonna hear. Your profile needs to talk not only about who you are and what you do, but also some of your accomplishments. You got to flex a little bit in that introductory section, but at the same time, you don't want it to be too long to the point where it gets mundane and drags out. Because I did have some people who had an amazing bio, but I was just looking at it. I'm like, this is too long. I'm not reading all of this. So I ended up skimming and missing out parts that maybe spoke to how amazing they were and would have made me want to choose them as the winner of my scholarship even more. So first and foremost, I always say, like, be concise. If you could say it in less words and still have the same impact, say it in less words. What are we using word vomit for? So the people who had great essays, but their bio was too long, I didn't choose them to win. On the other side, people whose bios were underdeveloped to the point where I didn't know anything about them. Their bio didn't add anything to their application. I didn't feel like I knew them a little bit more, knew their aspirations, knew what they wanted to do with their life. I felt kind of lost after reading their bio. No, the profile definitely matters. The profile matters. And it may not matter in every single scholarship instance, but it's something you want to put your best foot forward in every situation. And for me, it ended up coming down not only to the scholarship essays that I was reading, but the profile of the individual scholars, because that was what helped me differentiate between essays that were all great. I went to the next best thing, the profile. Yeah, I'm talking about my scholarship on bold.org, which is a question that somebody asked me on TikTok. Somebody asking, are bold scholarships a scam? How can bold scholarships be a scam if I'm here today announcing the winner of my scholarship on bold.com? The bio that I'm talking about is the profile. Now, you know what? I could just flip my camera. Well, the people on YouTube can't see it, but to show you the profile of the girl who won. You know what? Let me just get back to that. So another thing that I used to differentiate like who I wanted to be a winner was the profile. Outside of that, it was the originality of your essay. Okay. Some people started out their essays the same way, and there's nothing wrong with that. The essays in and of themselves were still great, but y'all use the same line. Like, there were at least 5 essays that all started with, music has always played a role in my life. And I wrote it down because I was like, dang, y'all using the same sentence starters. Or music has always been in my life, something like that. And I know that's true because that type of passion and that type of connection to music definitely permeated the essays that I read. But it's like, I read this introduction multiple times already. So that didn't help. You know, that made me feel like your essay didn't have that wow factor to really push it to becoming the winner. But some of them still were able to become finalists. Somebody asked, when did I start getting scholarships? I started getting scholarships my senior year of high school. I waited really late. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I started applying my senior year of high school, and that's when I won. Will I do another scholarship? Absolutely. I will absolutely be doing another scholarship. I have another scholarship open right now with Access Scholarships called the Self-Reflection Scholarship. It is due May 31st, okay, of 2021. So you have a little bit of time, and it's worth $500. And you can click the link in my bio. For everybody on YouTube, you can click the link that's in my description of my videos, and it will take you to like my link tree where you can, or my Beacons page where you can see the link to that scholarship. Yes, definitely wait for that next scholarship. I have a scholarship coming up with Sports High. I have another scholarship that I'm going to be rolling out with Bold. So this is not the last opportunity. But just to reiterate what I was saying before, the uniqueness of your like introductory sentences and your overall essay was incredibly important to me, because while some people said some valuable things, they said it literally in the same way. And then the next thing that I used to differentiate the winner was their profile. Their profile was well written. It was short, sweet, to the point, but I knew more about them and their aspirations and their interests. Okay. Let's go to YouTube. What could you have done better for the music is part of my life part? That is a great question. And it's not to say that that phrase is absolutely terrible or you shouldn't use that. For me, it was more just the fact that when I read it, it was very apparent that I had read this same line in somebody else's essay before. And this is not to accuse anybody of plagiarism or anything like that, but it just set off a little like tick or a switch in my head, and that kind of toned down the originality because multiple people had already said that. And sometimes if you can't find a different way to say something, it's definitely fine to say that, but that is just something that I noticed and docked down when I was getting to the end of my scholarship reading process, where I was like, I want to choose the most original profile, most original essay to really be able to award this $1,000 scholarship to somebody who deserves it. I am announcing, the finalists on this live. I was just going to announce a winner, but I can announce the finalists right now because I have that page standing up. Okay, let's go to TikTok for questions. This is off topic, but you are so gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Somebody said they wanted to start their own scholarship in honor of their father, and that is beautiful. Definitely do that. You want to stand up as much as you can. It's cliche. Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. It's not that it's wrong to say that or that it was bad to read. It's just cliche. And I've read it before, and I read it again multiple times as I was reading through the 1,400 application. They posted the winner on Bold already. I don't know if you know. Thank you. They just did it because I went in the system and I chose the winner right before the live. Yes, I go to Princeton, hence my paraphernalia right here. Okay, so let's announce the winners. The finalists. So I chose 11 finalists. Here they go, y'all. Can I get a drum roll? Do I have to give it to myself? Where are my earrings from? My earrings are from Amazon, and I'll actually put the link to them in my bio right now because they're super cute and they were really cheap. This is your first scholarship you ever applied to, so thank you for all the great points. No problem. Y'all always know that if you need scholarship tips, I'm the place to come to. Okay. Now, for the 11 finalists, the first finalist is Lori Campbell from Brooklyn, New York. I thought her essay was so riveting. Like, she wrote it in, I don't know, like her essay just made me really catch my breath the first time that I read it. Like, her first sentence caught me off guard. I just really enjoyed reading her essay. It was beautiful. Period. She did what had to be done. Okay. Then Shreya, I don't want to butcher anybody's last name. Y'all. So please, if I say that your name wrong, correct me with the spelling in the chat because I don't want to disrespect anybody, okay? So her name was Shreya Shivakumar. Her essay beautifully fused in her nonprofit organization and how music directly related to a couple of her like events that she put on with her organization. So I felt like that was cool too. I'm not going to read their essays because I don't have their permission to do that. But if that is something that they have permission or they give me permission to do, then we can revisit this conversation. You love Bold but haven't won yet? Don't worry, y'all. Keep writing your scholarships essays. Keep going. When I tell you I applied to 30 scholarships before even winning a single one, y'all, this fight is, if you're applying to scholarships, you gotta have tough skin because you're getting rejected left, right, up, down, back, forwards. Like, you're gonna get rejected more than you win, okay? But don't let that dissuade you. Okay, so the next finalist was Alexi Williams. And she talked about Ella Fitzgerald and like a childhood friend who had a really profound impact on her because she played the piano and like she was so captivated by that song, but they ended up drifting apart. I felt like it was a beautiful way to tell a story about her personal connection to music. So that's why I really enjoyed reading her essay. Arinze Gals from Louisville, Kentucky. They're also a finalist. I chose her essay because it was very like visceral. It evoked my own emotions, and the song really was reflective of the energy and like the tenacity that was displayed in this essay. Then Nicholas Martin, I really admired their transparency throughout their essay about their sexuality and their religious identity. So that was super cool. And the song was a banger, you know, like, and that was definitely displayed through the essay as well. So I definitely enjoyed reading that one. Oh, period. One of the finalists is in here. Yes, no problem. Your essay was absolutely bomb. I had an amazing time reading it. Okay, thank you so much for joining. And please stick to the end as I name off the other finalists and then the ultimate winner. Okay. Okay, y'all. So we got one of our finalists here in the Instagram Live, and we're going to keep going. So then another finalist that I chose was Lillian Smith. She started off her essay with a beautiful quote that I really liked. Like, it was, if you can't love yourself, how are you going to love somebody else? Very simple to the point, but the essay that she chose, her essay really reflected that, but then also the song lyrics were directly aligned with that. And she walked me through which lyrics in the essay actually really resonated with her and why. So I feel like that ability to relay the importance of a song to somebody who hasn't listened to that song before in a really persuasive manner was definitely admirable. Then we have Thomas Jones from Decatur, GA. What did I think about their essay? I think this essay was really a great way to show how music has empowered them and allowed them to step into not only their faith, but who they are and having a stronger sense of self. So it was like a nice metamorphosis that happened throughout the essay based on them listening to music. So this was an enjoyable read too. We have Destiny Allen from New Jersey. She's also a finalist. And Destiny wrote about her experiences with her family and how a song that she initially didn't understand came back into her life years later when it was more applicable to her situation. And she reflected on that and was really appreciative. So that I generally appreciate her transparency as well. Shamoni Lindsay. She talked about like the collective Black experience and how music is incredibly important to young Black kids, but then she honed in on a specific song and how this helped her and her mother's relationship really tighten. So I thought that was beautiful, like a beautiful sense of duality between the music helping her understand herself, but then have a deeper relationship with her mother at the same time. And then we have Dominic Youngsmith from Virginia. And I liked this essay because the flow of it was super easy to follow. It was very digestible, a really easy read, something that I felt like I was in his position. And if I was in his position, I would have loved this song as well. So it just felt like it made sense, you know? So that's why I chose that essay. And then We have the last finalist, y'all. And this is the person who ultimately won my scholarship, my second scholarship ever, the Music and Me Scholarship in partnership with bold.org. The winner of this is Demi Adioye. I really hope I said your name right. If I did not, I am so sorry. I am not trying to butcher it at all. But thank you so much for your essay and your application. Demi is a third year student at the University of Georgia. And I know all this because her bold profile was really succinct. It told me what I needed to know about her interests and what she does. She's a third year student at the University of Georgia, getting a dual degree in economics and computer science. She's an avid learner, strategic planner, and diligent worker. And she's interested in consulting, management, and software development. Yeah, if you go on Bold, the essays that win are available to everybody. So in her essay, she talked about Love It If We Made It by the 1975. And I just think she had some very profound sentences about music. And without giving you guys too much information, because she didn't give me permission to share it, she says, in many ways, music is the fabric of our lives and the definition of society. Music is a source of my most profound emotions. And I feel like I was connected to many of the observations that she was making about music. So really being able to resonate with what she wrote definitely allowed her essay to stand out amongst the others. So again, congratulations to her. I really appreciate, is she in here? I really appreciate everybody who took the time out of their day to apply to my scholarship in the first place. If y'all didn't win, don't be filled with despair or feel like you're never going to win or anything like that. Like, trust me, rejection is a part of the game, and that does not mean that your essay was trash, your essay won't win, or this same essay can't win another scholarship, you know? So thank you again for everybody who came out, and I feel like the only way we can end this live session is if we play the song of the scholarship winner. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, so we're gonna play the song. Love it if we made it. Is this a no? They playing the karaoke version. Spotify don't do me like that. Spotify wants to play with me, y'all. Okay. Okay, so let me answer these questions while the song is playing. Not you searching up her Instagram. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get on a call with the scholarship winner to let her know personally, and then I'm definitely gonna post it. If y'all have any questions, no, for real, the karaoke, like they were about to disrespect me, have me looking out here like I don't know good music. But yeah, y'all, I'm definitely gonna get on the Spotify playlist for all of the songs that were submitted. They were definitely all different vibes, all different time periods, but they're important to you, and that's what makes them so valuable. Questions from stories. Definitely try again. When is my next scholarship Zoom? Listen, I have such an amazing opportunity lined up for y'all. It's going to be a whole scholarship webinar. It was supposed to be in April this month, but things happen, and we're taking time to be very meticulous with how we plan this out because we want this free webinar to be as impactful for you as possible. So it's looking like towards the end of the school year or the beginning of summer, this will be available. But I am collaborating with an amazing woman, and she's like a specialist in internships. So not only will you be able to get some scholarship insight and expertise, you'll also be able to learn about internships, which is super important and helps you get the bag in school. Yeah, quite a few people did a gospel song. That playlist is going to be like 10 hours long. I might have to weed out the songs that I don't mess with like that. I don't know. But yeah, y'all. So another scholarship webinar is coming up. And also don't forget that I still have to choose the 3 people who I'm going to offer like a personalized coaching session to. based on who submitted the Google form to help me like figure out how I'm gonna plan this scholarship webinar in the first place. I'm gonna make sure that the link to that Google form is still in my bio because that form is still open. So, and I haven't chosen the 3 people to get that session yet. So if you're interested in it, you can definitely fill out the form in my bio and shoot your shot to get a free coaching session with me. Oh, you did Imagine Me by Kirk Franklin? Oh my gosh, that is my song. When I tell you. Thank you to everybody on YouTube who's still rocking with me. Drop your favorite songs in the comments down below as I am putting the link back into my bio and I'm going to drop it in the chat too. I just want to be happy. Yes, that is that song. Listen, I don't know how these people do it on a regular when they have multiple devices going on because... Okay. I found the Google form, so I just put it in my bio. Way too many songs. This is fair. I love music too, so I feel that. How many scholarships do you usually apply to? There isn't a set number. I applied to a lot, and that's how I was able to win a lot of scholarship money because you got to shoot your shot everywhere because you're going to get rejected from more scholarships than you're going to get accepted, you know? How many lives am I on? I'm on 3 lives. I'm on YouTube Live right now on my channel at GSC Royalty. Be sure to check it out for scholarship content. I just posted a YouTube video not only talking about how to use Scholarship Owl, but a separate one talking about scholarships that anybody can apply to. Doesn't matter if you're an international student. All international students are eligible for every single scholarship that I talked about in that video. But aside from that, there's scholarships that 10-year-olds can apply to. There's scholarships for current college students. There's scholarships for grad students. There's scholarships for high school students, elementary school students, kindergartners. Okay, I had a scholarship in there for everyone. So be sure you check that out as soon as you get off this live, period. Okay, y'all gotta drop a smiley face in the chat if you're gonna check out my YouTube video so that you can win some scholarship money. Like, who doesn't want to win some scholarship money? What the fuck is real? What the fuck is wrong? Oh, what they think about you. Yo, this is one of my favorite songs. It is Goodie Bag by Still Woozy. I see the emojis. I did announce a scholarship winner already. Her name is Demi. You already watched it? Period. Real ones already watched that scholarship video. I'm trying to think of what my next video is going to be. I still need to finish my note making video because that video went a little bit viral and people need help figuring out how to take notes. So why not just share the method that has helped me maintain a 4.0 GPA in my major? So I'll definitely be doing that and posting more about not just scholarships, but I want to post more about side hustles because that's more applicable to everybody. Because sometimes people drop out of college or college isn't accessible to them or education at large, but everybody can make money through a side hustle, you know? You don't have to apply for anything. You just apply yourself. So that's what I've been thinking of. What am I majoring in? I'm majoring in medical anthropology at Princeton. And I am also getting 2 minors, one in gender and sexuality studies and another minor in African American studies. So yes, busy. Okay. For free advising session. Okay, I just named the form that I was talking about before as scholarship form for free advising session, and it is the first link in my Beacons page. Fill that out. It is not a guaranteed, as soon as I fill this out, I'm going to get advising session. That's just not the case. I don't have the bandwidth to do that. If you really, really, really want to secure your spot in getting a coaching session, you can be sure to do that on my website, GabriellaCarter.com. Book with me, period. And I will help get you right with your scholarships, whether it's fine tuning and editing essays, whether it's ideating in the first place, whether it's helping to find scholarships. I got you covered with the services on my website. And my mentorship platform will be rolling out soon, where you will be able to get 2 personalized coaching sessions a month and then 1 group session where you can have some type of camaraderie with other people as well. But if you don't want to wait or you don't want to pay for those services, that is fine. And you can shoot your shot and see if you get chosen as one of the 3 people who I'm going to be offering a free coaching session to if you fill out this scholarship marketing survey for me. And it's only going to help you in the long run because this is the information that I'm using to create a really succinct and impactful outline for the scholarship webinar, which somebody asked me about earlier, which will be coming out at the end of this school year or either the beginning of summer. But it's coming before the end of 2021, okay? And whenever it comes, it's going to be right on time. You got a free ride because of me? Stop! Congrats! Where did... Oh, my God. I just tried to take a screenshot of that, and I got off live by accident. Where did you get a full ride to? Congratulations. That's awesome. Is this the same form you posted a little while ago? Yes, this is the same form that I posted a while ago. It's just that I still have around 300 responses, so I just wanted to give one more push before I revisit and randomly choose the 3 winners. The 3 winners are going to be randomly selected, okay? So that it's not biased or anything like that. Just going to put everything in a generator and let the computer decide. Somebody asked me, did the meals at Princeton get better? They definitely did. But today I actually just demolished my food, so y'all can't see it. But I had to buy food today because it was just nasty. Like they had catfish, but it was like fried in cornstarch. It was just too much for me, too much experimentation. I'm the type of picky eater. I like to eat things cooked a certain way. Like you don't gotta do too much. If it's not broken, why are we fixing the recipe? That's how I feel. Got a full ride to Syracuse University. It wasn't because of you, but you motivated me a lot to search. Wow, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, period. Okay. Is college hard? Have I ever changed my major? College I think it's definitely hard depending on who you are. First and foremost, what you major in and how many courses you choose to take, and also the preparation that you've had before coming to college. It's not like you come to college in a void. Like you come to college with certain understandings of what a classroom is, what homework is, how to write an essay, and a lot of that is largely informed by the education that you get prior to college. So if you don't have a firm foundation prior to college, the workload can feel a lot more intense in college, so you are more susceptible to think that college is harder. Personally, I did the International Baccalaureate program. School was always hard. We were always reading, and our exams were always really long, and we were always writing essays. So when I got to college, the transition wasn't that drastic for me because I had been used to that. So college is very hard, more so because you have so much unstructured time. You really are the master of your reality here. If you don't want to go to class, you don't go to class. If you want to be president of an organization, you run to be president of that organization. If you want to excel in your classes, you go to office hours or you don't. A lot of things are left up to us, and that type of autonomy can be very taxing. It can be debilitating, and it's not like you're just in school, but you're also getting to know yourself as an adult for the first time because you're not at home, you don't have anybody coddling you. So I think the overall experience of college is hard, not necessarily just the academics. Okay. Are there still bats? I haven't seen any bats lately. I hope there are no bats. I don't want to find out if there are bats. Advice to sophomores in high school right now. If you're a sophomore in high school right now, Click the link in my bio and go and download that free SAT test prep book, because you want to make sure that you have your standardized testing out the way. That is a problem that I encountered. I did not really start testing for the SAT and ACT heavily until my senior year. And that's a lot to be doing on top of scholarship applications, college applications, and I was running track or varsity. So, and you have your IB exams and coursework. Like, that was not a good mix for me. So you definitely want to make sure you have a strong score that you're proud of coming into your senior year, so you don't have to worry about testing on top of everything. What's my advice for managing 6 classes and 2 jobs? My advice is to not do that if you have the option not to, because I did it last semester and it's really just not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, why are you pushing yourself to indulge in this grind culture? Like, what are you going to gain other than being burnt out and tired and not having enough time and energy to invest in your dreams? Like, ask yourself that. What are you going to gain by taking these 6 classes and doing these 2 jobs? Yes, you know you can do it. Yes, you know you can push yourself to the limit, but all those all-nighters worth it? Is a mental breakdown going to be worth it? Is the stress going to be worth it? Like, is the restricted free time going to be worth it? And if the trade-off works in your favor, then definitely do that. But I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that it's going to be an easy road and that I would recommend it to everybody. If you can avoid taking that many classes with 2 jobs, don't do it. I am live on my Instagram at _grown with Gabby, and I'm live on my YouTube. That's why I'm talking right here. Okay. You're so stressed. I'm looking at people's stats and I'm like, wow, I'm useless. Listen, stop looking at people's stats. Y'all need to stop doing that. Stop comparing yourselves to these people who you don't know. 9 times out of 10, these people are lying about their stats. Okay. There was a period in my high school senior year. Oh my God, I'm so glad I got it together. Where I used to live on Reddit. Like, when I tell you I was in College Confidential, Reddit, every forum that existed, looking at people getting into schools, looking at people winning scholarships, it did nothing for me but tear down my self-esteem. As soon as I got off that and realized it literally doesn't matter what other people have going for themselves. Why do I care? I care if I get in. I care if I win this opportunity. I care if I progress. So why are you fixating yourself, wasting energy on other people's stats? Like, you're never going to be them. So why do you care what they have going on? You're amazing regardless. And even if you do have things that you want to change, like, you have the power to change them. So all that energy you're spending looking at somebody else and comparing yourself to them, take that time and energy and direct it to yourself to become the person you want to be. You got into your top choice, and honestly, that's good enough for me right now, period. Congrats. Hope the rest of your high school years go well. Enjoy it while you can. Literally, enjoy your high school years while you can, because I didn't cherish them enough. Have I looked into Questbridge? No, I didn't really know about it. I didn't qualify, so I didn't do it. I know a lot of people who are in Questbridge, mixed feelings about it. Some people feel like it's very restrictive and they didn't like the fact that you get matched. And even though you're not obligated to go to the school, there's some type of obligation there. But I'm not the best person to talk about it because I wasn't a Questbridge scholar and I didn't do a lot of research into it. But I think the Summer Scholars program is a great way to get introduced to like different things in different schools. So that's definitely a learning experience. But wish you the best with Questbridge. Do I have a guide on how to write scholarship essays? I absolutely do. I do have a 5-step, like, impenetrable guide linked in my bio. It's my first ebook where I talk about the 5 steps that I use to win scholarships and secure scholarship success. Okay. It didn't come overnight. It came after looking back at the immense rejections that I had. I'm talking, I got rejected from over 30 scholarships, and I had to look at myself and think, what am I doing wrong and what can I do better? And once I implemented those 5 steps that I revealed in the ebook, I earned $2 million in scholarships. You know, the rest is history. But in that ebook, aside from that valuable information, which is coming from the horse's mouth itself, you also get access to a checklist, which you should use every single time you apply to a scholarship, and reusable worksheets that help you plan out your ideas, figure out who you should have as your recommender, and then also how to get more acquainted with the donors and like figure out how to organize your scholarship essay and like what you should include in those essays in the first place. So lots of value packed into my scholarship ebook, which recently launched. And since it is still really new, I do have a coupon code. If you type in launch, LAUNCH, on my website, it's also linked in my bio. And it's called, my website is GabriellaCarter.com. And you put in launch and you'll get some money off, a little percentage off. Just a special coupon code for everybody in the live and everybody who's supporting me in this first round of my digital product. So you're in your last year of your bachelor's degree and you want to study abroad. The first thing that comes to my mind is CIEE. I don't know what the rest of their name is, but just type in CIEE, study abroad, and they have immense scholarships and resources for if you want to do that. So definitely check that out. Start applying for scholarships as a junior as early as possible, whenever you can. The earlier you apply, the easier it is going to be on yourself. Exactly. Enjoy your time. I didn't appreciate my high school experience that much either. I was always doing work or studying. But sometimes I reflect on like those football games that I went to, or all of those trips that we took to Orlando and different parts, or grad bash even. I don't know if y'all had grad bash, but my senior year was fun. So I think about that a lot, especially since my high school years aren't as fun. I mean, my college years aren't as fun. Okay, y'all. We're in the last 5 minutes of this live session because I do want to film this YouTube video about note taking still, while my makeup is cute. So yes, definitely get your last questions in. I seen that. Can you confirm CIEE is legit? I can't confirm anything, but I know I applied to something on their website, if that's enough confirmation for you. Like I'm not the validity checker. I don't know every single thing that's a scam or everything that's not. I can only talk from my personal experience and the information that I've garnered on my journey to winning $2 million of scholarships. And I applied to CIEE and they seem pretty legit. Okay, period. Emanata, okay. Yeah, so CIEE is legit. What was my favorite part of senior year? Honestly, I think that like the senior skip days and the dress up days, like Spirit Week, were my favorite because we had a day where everybody was supposed to dress up like an old person, a superhero. We had like turn pep rallies. Like our school was that school, and it still is that school. Actually, Young Miami from the City Girls went to our school, my high school. That's something that I learned today. I was like, oh, for real? But our school was turned. Like our pep rallies were the place to be. We had fashion shows. We had people flipping. We had cool challenges. Like that was so fun to me. And that environment and the vibrancy, it was just so rejuvenating. And it's something that I really wish that I could have translated over into my college career. But here we are, you know? Did I win a lot of scholarships while I was studying in undergrad? I haven't won as many scholarships while studying in undergrad because I haven't applied to any scholarships or as many scholarships as in undergrad because I already got my school paid for. And if you watch this YouTube video on my channel called What Colleges Really Do With Your Scholarship Money, it doesn't benefit me to keep applying for scholarships because that money is just going to continue to be used to reduce the scholarship grant that my school already gave me. So it's like, what is the point of me applying for more scholarships? But since being in college, I have won a $5,000 grant / scholarship. I've won a $2,500 scholarship. I've won a $1,000 scholarship, and I've also won a $1,500 grant, and I think another $3,000 grant. Yeah, so I've won quite a few things since being in college, even though I don't apply as proactively anymore. Thank you so much. You're so awesome. And did you play a sport in high school? I did. I did 2 sports in high school. I did 3. I did varsity track and field, cross country, and softball. And then, did I play in college? No, I was a cheerleader for a year at college, but I quit that. Mm, Okay. What are people saying? All right, y'all. We'll wind it down. So, again, get all of your questions in. How do I keep up motivation to keep on applying to scholarships, especially if you're younger? Honestly, there is no secret formula. If you want to do something, you're going to do it. If you don't want to do something, you're not going to do it. So the key is to not rely on motivation, but to rely on your discipline. If you are a disciplined person, you're going to work and do what you have to do, regardless of whether you're motivated or not. If you're a motivated person, you're only going to be successful in doing what you have to do when you're motivated. When you're an unmotivated person, all of those systems that would help you work and like not procrastinate, they fall flat. But if you're disciplined, it doesn't matter whether you're motivated or unmotivated. The work is getting done regardless. So you got to develop discipline. How frequently did I apply to scholarships my senior year? I was applying to scholarships like multiple times a week. And I was reusing essays. So if I had to put a number on it, maybe like 10 scholarships a week minimum. Yeah, I see a few people asking me about my SAT score. I just don't want to talk about that because regardless, it's not going to be received well, and I've opened myself up to enough harm, being at the butt of affirmative action debates as well as just blatant racism online. So I'm not talking about that. But if you really do want to know my score, I did post about it on my YouTube channel, so you could just go watch one of my earlier videos and go look there. Yeah, definitely step it up because listen, this is why people always think that I'm lying about how much scholarship money I won or how many scholarships I've won. And it's just because they get rejected from like 10 scholarships and they're like, this is all a scam, blah, blah, blah. For all the scholarships that I've won, I've gotten rejected to another like 30 more, you know? The problem is a lot of people stop applying to scholarships before they even get the chance to get the first yes. All you need is one yes. So yes, I applied to 30 scholarships and I didn't win, but my first scholarship that I won was worth $20,000. So really, it's more or less the same thing as if I won like $500 from each of those 30 scholarships that I applied to, you know? You'll get your break when you need it. So just apply far and wide so that you can maximize your chances of winning. But then you also want to be very intentional about where you put your energy too. Like I was applying to like 10 a week, but this was before I realized the importance of like really niching down your scholarship search. You want to find scholarships that are personalized to you. And that's why I offer personalized scholarship services, because once I started looking for local scholarships for people who were involved in the extracurriculars that I was involved in, or from the area that I'm from, or going to the school that I was going to, it eliminated a lot of the competition that I had to face. And that helped me be a lot more successful. But I know it is so hard to find scholarships. So if you need help with that, you can book a personalized scholarship list with me and I'll send you whichever scholarships that you have to apply to. And then boom, all that work, all those hours researching online, scouring the internet is done for you by me. Yes, $20,000. I've won two. I think I've won three $20,000 scholarships. I won the Coca-Cola scholarship. I won the Broward Youth Education Scholarship. I have another $20,000 scholarship. I can't remember, but I also do have like a $10,000 scholarship from Samin Youth Foundation. So lots of money coming from everywhere. I'm so pretty. Thank you so much. I really genuinely do appreciate that. Yes, Bold has motivated you. We love to hear that. And you're applying to my self-reflection scholarship. Definitely apply to my self-reflection scholarship. It's due May 31st. The link is in my bio. It's in collaboration with Access Scholarships. And the requirements are really short. Like it's a $500 award. I think the word count is like 500 words, if even that. I'm not sure. You have to double check me on it. But it shouldn't take too long to apply. You have ample time, but you definitely don't want to procrastinate. And we're looking forward to reading all of your applications. Okay. Is Scholarship Owl legit? Personally, I do think Scholarship Owl is legit, but as a caveat, I when I used Scholarship Owl, I was able to get access to their full like platform. So I don't know if you have to pay like a subscription to get access to that, but that full version that I had access to was very helpful. It showed me the credibility of all of the scholarships, like if they think it's a scam or not. It showed me how many people have applied to that scholarship, the deadline. It personally recommended scholarships for me, and then it applied to easier like no essay scholarships on my behalf without me ever having to do it. So all those features were great, and I talk about that more in my recent YouTube video. But I don't know if all those features are available in the free version. Thank you so much, Thomas. But yeah, y'all. So it's rounding up to be 12 o'clock where I am. So I'm definitely going to try and jump on the bandwagon to film more YouTube videos, more YouTube content for y'all. I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you to everybody who has joined me across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I appreciate everybody so much. Again, a big shout out to the winner of my Music and Me scholarship, which is my second scholarship, Demi Adeoye. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and being a part of my journey. I just see another question came in. How do you find smaller scholarships? If you want me to do that work for you, and I have absolutely no problem doing that, please be sure to check out the services linked in my bio, where I offer expedited scholarship lists that match your personal profile, so you don't have to worry about any of that work. Again, be sure to check out my ebook, which is linked in my bio. It's super cool. If I do say so myself, it is a reusable digital product. So the worksheets and the checklist that I include in there, you can use those for every single scholarship. Anytime you have a scholarship to apply to, you can use this as a precursor to help you think through your ideas and really make sure that you're hitting every single point that you have to hit. But outside of that, I really do appreciate all the love and support that everybody has poured into me. If I don't say that enough, we're nearly at 17,000 subscribers on YouTube. What? We're at 181K on TikTok, but we're going to be at 200K by the end of the month. We're manifesting that. And then on Instagram, we just hit 20K. We're about to hit 21K, and we're going to hit 25K by the end of the month. So share this live with a friend, share my resources with a friend so that we can all get this money together, because we know scholarship money is hard to come by. But yes, thank you so much for all of the support. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see you all later. Bye, y'all. Okay, so let's end this stream, and I'll talk to y'all later on Instagram.